Hello, my Cosmic Crusaders. What have I got for you this week? I've got you some more Doctor Who figures. We've got some die-cast by Greenlight, and we'll take a look at the rest of those Star Wars figures. Well, I don't think it's going to be a long one again this week. I'm quite liking the short and sweet ones, but the best thing about it is we haven't traded in loads this week. And that's probably why it's going to be a little bit shorter than the usual. Anyway, let's have a look and see what was the first thing that came in this week. And I've had some more Doctor Who figures in from the guy who brought them last week. And what's more, is he said he's got more to bring next week. And here they are. I'm going to give you a little bit of a lesson at the moment, just in case you don't already know. You see how these say Series 1, or 3, or 2, or whatever on them? And these ones don't? Well, when they first started bringing out these figures, Series 1 and 2 had both already aired. And so the first wave came without a series number on it. And you got a mixture of characters from Series 1 and Series 2. So you got a Series 2 Cyberman there. With the arm cannon, which was in the final episode of the series. I don't believe they had the arm cannon in their first episodes. Got Captain Jack Harkness, Rose and K9. See another Series 2 one there. And then they started adding the series labelling to the corners to help identify. I don't know why, but they did. And we've got the 9th Doctor there. It's a repack, but he came with new accessories, which is the Auton Mickey head and the arm and whatever that accessory is as well. We've got Sycorax Warrior. Comes with his sword. We've got a Gelth Zombie. They released that a couple of times as well, because they also released it with glow-in-the-dark hands and face. Dr. Constantine, he doesn't believe it.
No, I don't believe it.
That's right, Victor Meldrew. Not a bad likeness either, I don't think. The Editor, Simon Pegg. Now that one's not the best likeness. Got Sycorax Leader. And the only Series 2 one in this bundle is a Clockwork Man, which they brought out this blue one as well as a black one. And if you're really lucky, they also, lucky to get hold of one that is, they also brought out a purple one. That one's extremely rare and goes for stupid money. Series 3, we've got Martha Jones. Jadoon Captain. Jadoon Platoon upon the moon. Lilith, the Shakespeare episode, and Doctor in Pentalion spacesuit. Cool little bundle. I can't wait to see what else he's got to bring me. And Mr. Mark has done a bit of a trade-in with some Greenlight diecast cars and a couple of Star Wars figures. Ooh. So, Greenlight diecast wise, he's brought me some of these 1/64 scale models. We've got Greased Lightning. We've got this one from the Mod Squad. I can't say I've even heard of the Mod Squad. It's a nice Dodge Challenger. Starsky and Hutch Gran Torino. Infernal from Gone in 60 Seconds. I imagine that one will sell fairly quickly. Riptide. What the hell is Riptide? This is before my time. Nice Chevrolet Corvette though. And the Jeep Cherokee Wagoneer from MacGyver. That's sweet. Star Wars figures. He's brought me a Watto. You don't have to look after his Star Wars figures. This is Mark, look at that. Creased card backs. He needs a good kick up the backside looking after his Star Wars figures like that. Thinks he's some kind of special Star Wars expert, does he? Look at this, look at damage on cards. Terrible, terrible dealer, terrible dealer. And R2B1, of course, Astromech Droid. He also brought me a Hot Wheels car in as well. The Kit concept car from Knight Rider. You know I'm only kidding, don't you, Mark? I love you, really. These Greenlight models are really nice. And a customer decided to trade in some Jujitsu Kaisen Funko Pops that they'd bought from me a little while ago. It's a full set. Well, I call it a full set. It's wave one. It's all them there. So, let's see just how badly I can butcher these names. Yuji Itadori, Megumi Fushiguro with Divine Dog, Nobara Kugisaki, Satoru Gojo, and Mahito. I don't think I did too bad there. What about this one? Ryoman Sakuna? Sakuna? I think that's right, isn't it? I think I didn't do too badly. And we've got a couple of comic sets. DC Universe Rebirth. We've got Justice League versus Suicide Squad. It's full set of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I said there were 6, didn't I? And then we've also got the 3 Jokers. Batman, the 3 Jokers. And again, that's a full set of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just one small box delivered this week. Well, I was on holiday last week, wasn't I? So I didn't order anything. Starting with the comics and DC as usual. Harley Quinn, apparently it's her birthday. Mine too this week. We've got a variant. We've got Detective Comics. We've got Amazing Spider-Man, and there's a lot of Spider titles this week, or it seems like it. Superior Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man. Miles Morales Spider-Man. And Spider-Punk. Daredevil. Predator The Last Hunt, issue 2. And from Dark Horse Comics, we've got Ghostbusters back in town. We do have spares of this, but they will be saved until all 4 issues out, and we'll bundle all 4 together. And we've also got the variant, but sadly that one has sold out now. Even more comics, we've got Lady Death, Imperial Requiem. That's the standard cover. That's the armoured cover, and I have to say she looks a little less armoured there to me. It's like some kind of anime variant. Doesn't look like a Lady Death to my eyes. We've got the premium foil edition. Very nice. And we've got the Naughty edition. Again, a little bit anime looking. And then we've got the Elite Incentive edition. Witch of the Black Rose here. And we've got the normal cover, and we've got the variant cover. And then we've got a back issue that we had to order for someone there. Not much in the form of manga this week, just one Boy Love title, Love Nest 2nd Volume 2. And we've had a couple of t-shirts in, which were a special order for a customer. These are a promo for Free Comic Book Day, but featuring I believe it's Tony Moore artwork. I'm sure he'll be very happy to know that they've arrived. And long-time supporter of the shop, Andrew, has traded in some Defenders of the Earth figures. And so there's a full set of the Defenders of the Earth figures. There's Flash himself. We've got the Merciless Minger. We've got the Phantom, which seems to be the one that everyone wanted from that particular wave. That was wave 1. We've got wave 2 here, Lothar, which has had a bit of a custom dry brush over his skin. Make it look a little bit less flat. We've got a Mandrake the Magician. Now this one's a custom job completely. Apparently his neck was too long, so he shortened it, and he's also given him a bow tie. Very cool. And then we've got Garax. Garax? I think it's Garax, isn't it? There he is. We've got Flash from the original Superheroes lineup. And again, another Merciless Minger. And then he also has the new movie ones. Look at this. Oh, first trade-ins of these. I've still got them on the shelf though. We've got Flash himself there. We've got a not so Ming the Merciless. Fantastic likeness is that figure. And of course, Prince Voltan, Brian Blessed. Again, another fantastic likeness. Weren't expecting to get trade-ins of them so soon though. And he's also brought me a couple of Luke Skywalkers. We've got Jedi Luke there from, well, Return of the Jedi. And we've got Jedi Luke from The Mandalorian, the Imperial Light Cruiser version. A couple of Marvel Legends. We've got the Iron Man 3, Happy Hogan, and Iron Man Mark 21. And then there's also this one, which is the Plasma Cannon Toy Biz Anniversary, whatever you want to call it, version. And there it is in the flesh, or the plastic, shall we say. Let's move that off the top of it. All these have been out of the box, so that'd be a bit cheaper for some people to get rather than sealed ones. All complete. And an absolutely awesome customer and subscriber of the channel, Jonathan, brought me some funky Lego in. Lego Bionicle. I loved this line. A lot of people say that Lego led themselves into difficulty with this, but I'm not quite so convinced. I know that this proved to be quite a popular line, and I still get people asking for it now. Not too sure about this set though. It's more the figures that I think people seem to like from this. I even loved the first film of this. I thought it was great. But yeah, Caxium V3. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's, there you are. That's what it is. We love a bit of Lego Bionicle. We do. He also brought me in a Batman, or Lego Batman movie, Clayface Splat Attack. And these are sealed as well. These are all sealed sets. There we go. And then the third and final set that he brought in is a Lego City Airport. Well, I say airport, it calls itself an airport, but it's, what, air traffic control and a jet? That's a nice one, is that? Again, sealed. And there it is. And then we've just had another regular customer as well who brought me a pile of books in. And he's such a kind chap, he didn't want anything for them. Very, very, very kind of him to make a donation to the shop like that. It's very much appreciated. So we've got a Doctor Who book, Festival of Death, 4th Doctor story there. Who's the companion in that? Does it say? It doesn't say, does it? No. We've got Batman The Long Halloween, an absolute classic Batman story there. He bought this off me many years ago. It's one of my favourites, is this one. One of my favourites. Another classic, which I always recommend to new Batman readers, is Hush. And there we have it. Batman White Knight, another good story. I quite enjoyed this one myself. Cluster... Yeah, I won't read that out loud. British Ice, which is an interesting looking one. And a couple of these old 2000 AD stories. Trigon Empire Volume 1 and 2, or rather the Rise and Fall of the Trigon Empire. Look at that classic artwork there. Wonderful stuff. They just don't make them like they used to do they? Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Jason. I know you won't be watching this, but I do appreciate it. And last week I made a promise that we would take a look in these other two Star Wars boxes. So, let's do that. First box. And we've got some Revenge of the Sith. We've got a Tactical Ops Trooper, or as we now know them, the 501st. We've got a Commander Bakara, or Bakara. We've got the green variant of the Clone Commander. Commander Gree, always a favourite of mine was this one. And we've got the Super Articulated Clone Trooper. And probably my favourite of this entire line is Commander Bly. Always liked that one. Saga Collection. More clones. We've got a Clone Trooper Sergeant. A Clone Trooper from Utapau. We've got an AT-AT Driver. We've got a 5th Fleet Security Clone Trooper. And we've got an Elite Corp Clone Trooper. And a Snow Trooper! Empire Strikes Back. 501st Legion Stormtrooper. Clone Trooper with that weird design on it, a little bit like a Death Star. Clone Commander Cody. These ones always seem to go yellow on the torso. How weird is that? Shadow Stormtrooper. Scorch Republic Commando. Again, another favourite of mine is that one. And Combat Engineer Clone Trooper. Working from the back on these ones, I think, and we've got a Shadow Stormtrooper. We've got a Hawkbat Battalion Clone Trooper. Shock Trooper. 501st Legion Trooper. There's plenty of versions of that figure, isn't there? Oh. A new version of Commander Gree. Normal Revenge of the Sith Clone Trooper. 7th Legion Clone Trooper. Clone Trooper Officer. Red markings. Imperial Stormtrooper. Commander Neo. And a Clone Trooper in training fatigues. Now, I didn't say, but obviously those ones are all 30th Anniversary Collection ones. Last of that first box now, and we've got plenty Clone Wars stuff here. For start off, we've got Attack of the Clones Clone Trooper Pilots. From the Cartoon Network line, we've got Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Clone Trooper, Yoda, and Anakin Skywalker. From the original Clone Wars line, we've got Yoda. Sadly, a bit of a crease to the top of the card there. Got Super Battle Droid. We've got Yoda. We've got Captain Rex. General Grievous. That one seems to be good value for money, doesn't it? Look at all that stuff you get in there. It's a full blister. We've got the 41st Elite Corps Clone Trooper. Commander Bly. Fantastic looking figure is that one. I seem to have a thing for Commander Bly, don't I? Weird. And Matchstick. That one's not so easy to get hold of. Moving back to the front of this row, we've got Clone Trooper Denal. Not sure how you pronounce his name. Can't remember him from the series. They all look the same to me. Commander Pons. He's quite a rare one. Another hard one to find is Commander Fire. Captain Argius. Obi-Wan Kenobi in spacesuit. And a plain white ARF Trooper. We've got this weird Phantom Menace package in here, which is Mace Windu. And then we've got the Blue Skies version. I believe they're called these Blue Skies anyway, didn't they? Got a Jungle Camo ARF Trooper. R2-D2. Plain white ARF Trooper. And Captain Rex in his cold weather gear. I suppose we better have a look in that second box. So, a couple of odd items on the top of that second box. We've got this Hot Wheels 2-pack, Force Awakens, Millennium Falcon and a TIE Fighter. And this Death Star maze thing with little ball bearings in it. How much are we betting that the chap was bought these as a gift and really didn't want them? Oh, this box is a pretty mixed bag. Okay, there's some 30th anniversary collection in here, so we'll start with those. Biggs Darklighter. R2-D2 from Endor with the cargo net. Naboo Soldier. I don't think I've ever had this figure before. And Anakin Skywalker's Spirit. I keep mine in bottles. Legacy collection, and we've got Clone Trooper Officer. I like this one. We've got Saga Legends Sand Trooper and 501st Legion Trooper. How many versions of this figure exist? Saga collection, and again another one that I think is the first time I've ever had. It's the Naboo Soldier. And very nice with the chrome foil package in there. We've got the Demise of General Grievous. Power of the Force. We've got a Snow Trooper. We've got a Stormtrooper. Freeze frame AT-AT driver. Another freeze frame Luke Skywalker in ceremonial outfit. Biggs Darklighter, also with the freeze frame. That's the X-Wing pilot version. And onto Power of the Jedi. We've got the Sand Trooper Tatooine Patrol. And sneak preview of Attack of the Clones Clone Trooper. This is such a mixed bag. Attack of the Clones, we'll start with you. We've got an Attack of the Clones Clone Trooper. From the same line, but for earlier films, we've got Luke Skywalker Hoth Attack. Imperial Dignitary Janus Grijatus. Sadly, the backing card on that one is pretty badly creased. And a TIE Fighter Pilot from A New Hope. And then for the anniversary or whatever, silver there, we've got a Clone Trooper. Deluxe Attack of the Clones. We've got a Clone Trooper with Speeder Bike. I absolutely adored this line when it first came out. It just seemed so out of the box for me. The Clone Wars line without the Separatist Forces. We've got a Destroyer Droid Battle Launcher. Army of the Republic Clone Trooper Army. They're the all-white ones. We've got a Clone Trooper with Speeder Bike. And another Clone Trooper Army builder pack there. That's got the green Sergeant included. Revenge of the Sith carried this line over, and we've got the Clone Trooper with firing jetpack. And another army there. This one's got the one with red markings. Revenge of the Sith battle droid. And Phantom Menace Movie Heroes line, Yoda. And a handful of vintage collection figures. We've got Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, with the child. Captain Rex, not a perfect card, unfortunately. Anakin Skywalker, baby Padawan. Bespin security card. Din Djarin Morak. And Echo Base Battle Gear Rebel Soldier. And do you remember how last week there were some really weird and random Simpsons figures included with the collection? Well, this week it's some Power Rangers stuff, and there's a Super 7 Reaction Squat. Rito Rivolto. Scorpina. And Babu. And that's your lot for this week's My Chaps and Chapettes. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that ding-a-ling. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you again next time. Bye-bye!